My name is Daddy Kev. I own Alpha Pup Records. I also am one of the co-founders of Low End Theory. I mean, these days, I think the LA music scene has never been more exciting. I've seen many movements and scenes rise and fall. I feel like with Low End Theory, this is our chance to do it right. First started it in 2006. We were maybe getting 30 to 40 people coming through on a regular basis. We had about 2 or 3 years of really figuring out our program down there. Luckily, we were able to keep it together. A young Flying Lotus and a young Nosaj Thing and a young TOKiMONSTA and a young Gaslamp Killer, all in this tiny club in Lincoln Heights. I think there's a certain amount of just good fortune, and I don't think you could ever manufacture that. The sound system that we built down there was built to really make the subharmonic frequencies very present. A lot of what we're looking for is music that'll translate well in that environment. Music that is representative of all the frequencies. Anything from, old funk music, hip-hop music, drum and bass, newer iterations of trap music, dubstep, all those things form our curriculum.
It was either 2010 or 2011 where we said there at least has to be one act per week that hasn't played the club before. And we're pretty open. Anytime kids ask us, it's not like we're not trying to blow you off when we say hit us on Facebook, but that's pretty much the easiest way. That opening slot is always interesting because although it's the first slot of the night, it always happens after all 4 of us have already happened. I don't know, I just think it has to be something unique that kind of fits, the bass music thing that we're doing down there, but it just kind of has to sound like it has its own identity.
When you have a venue where improvisation is welcome, where you have an audience that is gonna react to a bunch of different tempos, they're not just there for one thing, and that's when you have an environment that's ripe for creativity, where we're all still very adventurous and daring and wanting to challenge each other. And I think that if anything, that's the environment we try to create. Just to see things expand to the point that they have, and when I read these articles and see these huge shows, I look at it like there's a lot more work to do. I have a job where my work is never done. I definitely feel the responsibility at this point to do whatever I can to make sure the movement goes for as long as it can. One thing to have all these songs in your head or these ideas of visual things you want to do. It's another thing to actually communicate that to a team of people who are going to help you get it done. Having an original vision. The trends change so fast. What is popular or what sounds modern can be quickly outdated. I think it really becomes about having a unique voice. Ultimately with these artists, I don't try to tell them a whole lot. I try to demonstrate. The strongest leaders, you lead by example. You walk the walk, and I think that that's something I've definitely tried to do well. But just because you're making art doesn't mean you have a vision for your art. That just means you know how to use a computer, and you might have a certain methodology that by no means translates to a real artistic vision. In a perfect environment, anybody can get inspired and write an amazing song. But very few of us are ever in a perfect environment. That's one thing I've noticed between some of the greats, versus the not so greats, is that the greats have the ability to turn it on at a moment's notice. If you're gonna do this for real, try to make a living out of this and have a career, you really have to figure out how to turn it on. I go to the studio first thing in the morning, every morning. My day starts in the studio. I'm usually there for 2 or 3 hours. Then I'll drive to the label. I'll work at the label for another 3 or 4 hours. Then usually I drive back to the studio and do a few more things.
Welcome to Dubspot. We believe in providing you hands-on experience right away. Whether you're completely new to music and want to turn the sounds in your head into a musical reality, or you're an experienced artist looking to refine your skills and add new tools to your arsenal, we're ready to meet you at your level. For students of all ages, all levels, and all styles of music, Dubspot is here to help you achieve your goals. With course offerings both online wherever you are and at our school in the heart of New York City, we are ready to guide you through the next phase of your musical transformation. Whether you want to produce music, DJ, or do both, you've come to the right place. Come explore Dubspot for yourself. Become a part of our community and make music.